All right, everyone, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is May 25th, 2021. It is Tuesday. Another anemic market session. Volume very light again, as you can see on the spiders here. We did come down, test the 418 level, and we backed off of it. There really just isn't a lot of volume in this market. Although we are starting to fade a little bit here, so we'll see if the volume increases. We are going into power hour. As you can see, the VXX actually parking up at actually new high of the day already, so VXX actually was a little bit diverged from the spider. I pointed this out on Twitter. The VXX was a little bit higher, and before the market had broken negative, so there was some money flow into volatility a little bit earlier this morning. So that was something that I was keeping an eye on. Although the volume was so light in the market, it's really hard to have any sort of major selling unless the volume increases. I do want to talk about a few things though. Look at the Russell 2000 here, IWM. Had a nice surge in the morning and then immediately rolled right over, bear flag, and then flushed down to the 200, and now we're kind of rolling right back over again. Now lows of the day here as we go into power hour. Another asset that rolled over here was the Dow Transports. We look at the intraday, same thing, big pop in the morning, and then a fade all day, and now pushing the lows of the day here as well. We had good news out of the airline sectors. I think some of the CEOs raised guidance for next quarter, and now Jet's turning negative. So that's pulling the transports down. Home builders still under pressure as well. Still positive on the day, but giving back a lot of those gains. Financials, JP Morgan, rolling over as well. So we'll see. It's very, typically when there's light volume, we don't see a lot of selling, but we're seeing that today. So the market's not even able to get a bid, and there's really not that much selling out there. So it's telling you there's probably just a lack of buyers at this point. Again, nothing about my thesis has changed. I'm still expecting it. I'm looking at the potential for an extremely high period of risk coming up in the next couple of days to week. And maybe the market starts to roll over and gives us something to look at going into the close today. On the other hand, if you see on the left of your screen here, the GLD, gold having a huge day. Again, chugging higher. Look at the volume here, volume picking up. That's telling you institutions are participating in this. You guys know I was talking about this back in March. I said, hey, as soon as gold gets through 1700, that's where you want to buy. And this is when everyone hated it. All anybody wanted was crypto, Bitcoin, crypto. Gold is old. We look at Bitcoin. When did it top out? Right in March, right around when gold bottomed. So now you're seeing the move from a risk asset move into a risk off asset, which is gold. And I talked about this gold to lumber ratio starting to come back in. Lumber is back down again. Copper coming back in a little bit as well. So copper to gold ratio going back down. Lots of things which telling me that the market's going risk off. Yields down again, although I do expect yields to move higher over the long term. We are seeing them pull back in a little bit, so bonds getting a bit of a bid here as well. As we look here and take a look again at the spiders, yeah, bouncing off of this 418. I mean, if they push it through, I won't be surprised, but at the same time, I mean, there's just so much. The volume is just so light. It's really hard to see a major breakdown or major sell when there's not that much volume in the market. If the volume picks up, though, we could push through. VIX still holding up there, so definitely a good sign if you're long volatility like I am. I did not add to the VXX yesterday. However, I did get into some QID. I picked that up about 23.50, so slightly in the money now. And it looks like this gap right here might hold. So that would be a good sign for a QID position, and a good sign if you are short the market like I am, as this gap fill really is kind of the last level for the market, or for the bears to defend. So if this holds here, yeah, there's nothing to say that we can't go back down and test these lows. You take out this low here, this blue trend line, and I think all bets are off. So again, that is what I'm looking for over the next couple of days to week. But we'll see how things play out. We do have a holiday week coming up, so sometimes you can see extremely light volume going into the weekend as traders take off and they leave for the weekend early, but that's something we'll watch for. Anyways, guys, take care. Have a great rest of your day trading, and I'll see you later on the charts.